You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Eat a handful of nuts every day. It's good for your heart. But what if I told you that for some people, those same nuts might actually raise their risk of a stroke overnight? Sounds like clickbait, doesn't it? But this isn't fear-mongering. This is science. And today we're going to uncover the truth. No hype, no half-truths, just facts you need to hear. In this video, we'll dive deep into the latest research. We'll break down the myths, explain the science clearly, and give you real practical answers. Answers you deserve, especially if you're over 50 and truly care about your health. Subscribe for life-changing insights on wellness, longevity, and survival. Because when it comes to your health, knowledge is power. Section 1, the double-edged sword of nut. Let's be clear. Nuts are nutritional powerhouses. They're loaded with heart-healthy fats, fiber, protein, magnesium, and antioxidants. They've earned their place in every health-conscious pantry. In fact, Dr. Frank Hu, professor of nutrition and epidemiology at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, puts it simply, eating nuts regularly is linked to a lower risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even mortality. That sounds like a green light to snack away, right? Well, not so fast, because here's where the plot thickens. New evidence is challenging the one-size-fits-all health advice. It turns out not all nuts are created equal. And more importantly, not all people benefit equally from eating them. For some individuals, especially those with high blood pressure, bleeding disorders, or certain genetic risk factors, nuts may quietly increase the risk of a hemorrhagic stroke, a type of stroke caused by bleeding in the brain. Surprised? You're not alone. Let's break it down. Section 2, Understanding Stroke Risk, Why It Matters After 50. There are two main types of stroke you need to know. Ischemic stroke, caused by a blocked blood vessel, often due to a clot. Hemorrhagic stroke, caused by a ruptured blood vessel, leading to bleeding in the brain. Most people only worry about blockages. But what if the real danger for some is bleeding? Here's the twist. A 2021 study published in Stroke, the Journal of the American Heart Association, revealed a surprising link. High intake of omega-6 fatty acids, especially from certain nut oils, may contribute to blood vessel fragility in specific individuals. The risk becomes greater when these fats aren't properly balanced with omega-3s. Now listen closely. Peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts are particularly rich in omega-6. And when you consume too much omega-6, without enough omega-3, it creates a pro-inflammatory state in your body. Over time, chronic inflammation can silently weaken artery walls, raise your blood pressure, and yes, increase your risk of a hemorrhagic stroke. It's not about avoiding nuts, but knowing which ones your body truly needs. Section 3, the inflammation equation. Dr. Barry Sears, author of The Inflammation Zone, explains it this way. Chronic low-grade inflammation is the silent killer behind heart disease, stroke, and Alzheimer's. Now think about this. If you already have high blood pressure, or take blood thinners, or have a family history of hemorrhagic stroke, then adding excess omega-6 without checking your omega-3 balance might push you closer to the edge. So while nuts may lower cholesterol and help prevent ischemic stroke, in some people, they may raise the risk of hemorrhagic stroke. That's the nuance most health headlines don't tell you. Section 4, Which nuts to watch and why. Let's break this down even further. Here's a quick look at the omega-6 content in common nuts. Per 100 g. Peanuts, 15.5 g, cashews, 7.7 g, pine nuts, 34 g, walnuts, 38 g, but also high in omega-3s, better balance. Macadamia. Nuts, only 0.36 g, much lower in omega-6. Almonds, moderate at 12 g. See the difference? If you're over 50 and dealing with blood pressure issues, arthritis, or inflammation, macadamia nuts, walnuts in moderation, and almonds might be safer options. Peanuts and pine nuts? Not so much, especially if you're consuming them frequently or in processed forms like peanut butter with added oils. Section 5, Real Life Story, The Nurse Who Changed Her Diet. Meet Helen. She's a retired nurse, age 62, from Oregon. For years, she believed her daily snack of peanut butter toast was helping her stay healthy. But after a minor TIA, or mini stroke, her neurologist advised a complete blood work panel. Turns out her omega-6 levels were sky high, and her omega-3s were almost non-existent. After switching to a Mediterranean-style breakfast with walnuts, chia seeds, and olive oil, her inflammation markers dropped significantly in just 8 weeks. She's now back hiking again. If you found this helpful so far, take a second to like, subscribe, and tap the bell fiesta icon because in the next part of this video, we're going deeper, looking at the best ways to balance your fats, the truth about nut oils, and practical everyday strategies for staying stroke-free and vibrant well into your 70s and 80s. Stay with us, your brain will thank you.